Okay, whenever you're ready, count to three to yourself and hit it.
I want to welcome you to our Mayburn Planetarium for our star presentation this evening. My name is Warren Hart. I'm the astronomer for the planetarium here, and so what we will do is I want to tell you the story of the Orion and his set of dogs and Taurus the bull. So as we would look up in the sky, we will see, first of all, we'll be able to recognize the constellation of Orion. And one of the significant things about Orion, as you see right here, are the three stars, what we call the Belt of Orion. They are excellent pointer systems that I like to use to help us to identify other constellations in the sky. Now, to the right, if you will, or to the west of the belt, if we follow the line, we will see then a group of stars that seem to make a letter V in the sky. Now, the bright star in that V is a star named Aldebaran, and I just call that the eye of the bull, of Taurus the bull. Now, we also then, if we will look back at the belt, and let's go the other way, if you will, we'll go to, as we look to the south, it would be to the left, or to the east, if you will, of the belt of Orion, and our eye is going to be drawn as we go down to a very, very bright star. And the name of that star is Sirius, S-I-R-I-U-S. By the way, do any of you have satellite radio in your car? If you do, all right. What is the brand name of your satellite radio? It's Sirius. What is the logo for that brand? It is a dog, isn't it? Why is it named that? Because this star, Sirius, is in the constellation called Canis Majoris, or the Big Dog. Now, a story that would go along with that, if you'll notice, is that in relation to Orion, this big dog here seems to be jumping up and down. And the dog is trying to get Orion's interest and get his attention. Remember, Orion is the mighty hunter. But he is not paying any attention to the dog. Why? Look again, up to the right, to the west. Remember the V of Taurus the bull. And the Taurus, the bull, has his head down and is getting ready to charge, if you will, Orion. Notice that Orion has, from his left arm there, he has this part of a bow, if you will, of stars. I call it his shield because he wants to protect himself for the charging of Taurus the bull. Now, the big dog, and let me trace that out. It may be a little hard to see. Look again at Sirius, the bright star. To me, that star is the jewel on the collar of the neck of the dog Sirius. And then right next to it, if you see, there's three relatively dim stars, and he has a big long nose, either a dachshund or a terrier. And we can trace then here from the Sirius, you can see here to this star, that would be a front leg. Here is another front leg. Now we can go from Sirius, the collar, on down. There's his body, this row of stars. We come to the end of his body. Here's a back leg, and then here is out to the tip of his tail. Why is the dog jumping up and down? What time of the year does Orion predominantly come up in the sky? It is in the winter. And so what normally is on the ground in the winter in the northern part of the United States would be snow. Now let's look back at Orion. Here is his body. If you will, come down to the two stars for his feet, Rigel, his left foot, and Saiph, the left foot, and then down just below are a group of stars, and this makes up the constellation called Lepus, Lepus, Lepus the rabbit or the hare. We will not see any feet because the rabbit is crouched down in the snow trying to hide, if you will, from Orion, so there's no feet. And we look here, we can make with these stars his head, and then just above his head, if you follow these two little lines, you'll see at the very top of them two small dim stars at the tip of each, and those would be the tufts of hair on each of the ears of Lepus the rabbit. Well, that's one of the stories that's in the sky. We'll have time later on for additional stories, but I wanted to point these out to you so you can become familiar with this portion of the night sky. And thank you very much for coming to Mayburn Planetarium. Have a great evening.
Okay.